probably going to delete this after I post it, but on the off chance that it could help one person or someone will be able to relate, I don't know how else to put this, but I feel like I'm failing at life. Every single aspect. I am 25 and I have never been more unhappy. I don't have a relationship, which is fine, but I also don't feel like I have friendships. I'm failing at my job and just being made to feel like I'm not good enough. The few relationships I have with people in my family honestly just don't feel very healthy for me. I just want to put this out there and be vulnerable for anyone who feels that way, to know that you're not alone. Coming from someone who thought she did it all. I've got 3 million people on here, but somehow I'm still failing at everything. Even when there are a million reasons to give up. I hope you do what I'm doing and you keep going, because maybe it gets better one day. That's what I tell myself.
Donald Trump was yesterday elected US president, capping a remarkable triumph 4 years after he was voted out of the White House and ushering in a new American leadership likely to test.
If you feel chronically unhappy and unsatisfied with your life, you're probably not giving yourself permission to live your life. I've been working with my coach Nick on this, and we started with this question. If you were to die today, how would you measure the success of your life? What's most important to you? Examples could look like, the success of my life is the relationship I have with my family and my kids. What area of your life really cracks open your heart? Close your eyes with me and let's just envision us living the success of our life. Your family, your work, your partner, all the places that you travel to. What does that life look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like in your body? If you could put an emotion to it, describe the feeling. Pause and figure that out for yourself. Leave your answer in the comments so that you can come back to it. Now let's continue with the video. And with this vision in our minds and this feeling in our bodies, I want you to define it and say to yourself, I'm going to commit to creating this satisfaction in my life today, tomorrow, and every day moving forward. The people that are the happiest, the most successful, are those that fill their days committing to seeking out creating this experience that they've defined as success for themselves. The goal of this exercise is to start training and inviting your brain to seek out satisfaction, how to act, think, and operate as if your whole life is already satisfying. What you've been doing up until this point is seeking out perspectives, mindsets, and people and relationships that are creating a chronically unsatisfying life. You need a makeover, but you couldn't have a makeover until you knew what you wanted your makeover to look like. You don't remodel your house until you know what you want it to look like. To prevent this video from being too long, I'm going to drop some more prompts in the comments so that you can start adding and integrating this more into your life, so that you can start telling people that you have a satisfying life at the minimum.
Back the seat he lost to Joe Biden in 2020. His presidency in the first term showed he would be unpredictable with the...
You want to know why you haven't been happy? It's not because that person didn't choose you or because they left you or because you've made a few bad mistakes. It's because of the story that you keep telling yourself. You ruminate and obsess over the details that bother you and that were negative. And you're so worried that you're going to get hurt again. So you fixate on the things that have hurt you. But do you really think fixating on it makes you feel any better? Because if you believe that what you think becomes your reality, then when you constantly think about all these negative things that you don't want to happen, unfortunately what's going to keep happening is all those things that you don't want, because you are constantly thinking about it and discussing it within yourself and to other people, and you are fixating on this negative because you're looking for it. And the more you look for something, the more you find it.
Guarantees on climate change, support for counter-terrorism and security missions in Somalia, and completion of a trade agreement whose talks...
People think they're unhappy because of the circumstances of their lives. In most cases, they're unhappy because of what they're telling themselves or what the mind is saying about what's going on around you and has happened, will happen. In the face of a challenge, if you are present, you don't convert the challenge into suffering. You just Be with what is.
These Republicans will control for the next 3 years. They will be key in approving or rejecting money heading outside of the U.S. Trump has been critical of Biden's funding of projects abroad.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Why?
I'm happy because life is moving smoothly with me. A bit of this and a bit of that, and I'm getting challenges and overcoming them, so I'm happy.
And what is your message to the world?
My message to the world is just keep on keeping on, and if you're going through hell, keep going till you come out the other side.
To sign any trade deal with the U.S. in the next 1 year, analysts say. For Kenya, that means a longer wait for trade agreement, which looks likely in the
My name's Nick, and I'm from northern central Jersey.
Are you happy?
I don't really know. I feel like it's kind of hard to tell.
Why?
I don't know. It's just. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you just can't really know what happiness is until you found it. And if, like, I don't know, you just don't know when you've gotten to that point.
Trump and Harris are nationalists. They are looking at protecting.
Are you happy?
I would say yes, but it's always temporary because emotions are fleeting, you know? So right now I am. I don't know what tomorrow will look like. There's no such thing as being positive all the time. If there is, I'd love to experience that. I tend to lean towards sadness more so than happiness. So I think when I do have those small spurts of happiness and joy, I really appreciate them because I'm much more sad than happy for the most part. It's just been my way of being since I was little. But knowing that gives me kind of power, you know, like knowing who I am and how I am. So yeah, I think that there's power in knowing who you are and how you can make yourself better or how you can lift yourself up.
We raised the red flag as there was no way Kenya would negotiate on a one-on-one basis with the U.S. a better deal as part of a package.
The question is, are you happy?
Oh, damn, this session. No.
Why?
Damn, caught me on the morning. Kind of lost a lot of people that I didn't really want to lose at the young age that I did, and I never really got comfort with them passing, I guess. So yeah, we're getting there, working towards it, but no, I'm not happy.
If there's one message to the world that you would want to share, what would it be?
Don't hold grudges. Especially nowadays, people go way too quick.
Uncertain, Kenya is likely to be caught up by international laws because the U.S.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Cynthia, and currently I'm a resident of New York.
Are you happy?
I'm not unhappy.
And what does that mean?
I am very content. I am very pleased to be where I am in my life. I'm grateful to be where I am in my life. Happy to me is sort of like a bouncing thingy. I'm happy, I'm not happy, I'm happy, I'm not happy. I am contented. I am pleased with my life. I've had pleasure of a fulfilling life.
What is happiness for you?
Ooh, what is happiness for me? There are different types of happiness. I've been on a boat in Saint-Tropez, drunk out of my mind with my best friends around me watching the sunset. That's one type of happiness, but that's fluctuating happiness, and that's a really, really dopamine, suddenly induced form of happiness that is gone the next day unless you do it again. And then you get addicted to those dopamine highs that you can also get from extreme sports like jumping out of planes or parachuting or paragliding, all those things.
Are you happy?
Yes, fantastic.
And what would you say your main source of happiness is?
God. Yeah, God and life. Just, yeah, those are the two sources.
And if you had a message to send to the world, what would it be?
Do not worry about anything. Nothing at all. Everything's going to work out. It's hard to exercise that in times of like distress, but everything is going to work out. You know, don't worry about anything. Trust. If you believe in a higher source, trust that higher source, or tap into your spirit. But that's going to be your ultimate compass to life. Yeah.
So the question is, are you happy?
Selectively and periodically, yes. I believe nobody's truly happy. Nobody's happy all the time. There are phases where you're happy and there are phases where you feel low or where you feel otherwise. But that's just a cycle of life. Nobody can say I'm 100% happy 100% of the time.
And what do you do when you're not feeling so happy?
I usually distract myself, so go out for a walk, or let's say watch some series that's happy, watch something comedy that shifts my mind from the sadness, and probably call someone who I'm comfortable sharing my sadness with.
And if you could share a message with the whole world, what would that message be?
Be selective of how you spend your time, and be selective of who you spend your time with.
But if I didn't say, would you have noticed it?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. Thank God. And I'm also very happy that you're wearing pants for the wedding, because